Welcome back in. This pandemic has certainly given us all a reminder the importance of getting your affairs in order because you never know what the future holds. And this morning, we're on your side to help you take stock and take action on the most important protections for you and your family. Stewart Welch from the Welch Group joins us now live by FaceTime, and he's here to tell us which documents you need to have right now. Good to see you this morning, Stewart.
Good morning, Mike. Listen, I want to put this in perspective. In 2 months, coronavirus has killed more people than the entire Vietnam War, which lasted for years. So this is, it is unbelievable. And we want to make sure that people are prepared for this. I think there have been well over 1 million people that have been infected in the United States. And again, like 68,000 people have died in the United States. And so it's really critical that you have 2 documents. The first one is a durable power of attorney. Okay. And we've talked about this many times, but it takes a pandemic sometimes to really get people to pay attention. And the durable power of attorney is a document that you sign and you give someone else, a spouse or a close friend or a family member, the power to act on your behalf in financial matters, like signing checks and paying bills and doing things like that maybe you normally do.
And part of that is the advanced directive for healthcare, because you may not be able to make a lot of decisions on your own, right?
Yeah, and listen, there are so many people that have ended up in the hospital with this, and the advanced directive is actually broken into 2 parts. It's the living will, and there you're talking about the level of care that you want to have if you're in a really dire situation. I had a friend recently that chose not to go on a respirator because they had told him once you're on a respirator, you'll probably never get off it. And he chose not to do that, and in fact, he ended up passing away. These kind of decisions are really personal, and they're very important, and that living will is what outlines what you want to have happen. And then the second part of that is what's called a healthcare proxy, and it's kind of like the durable power of attorney. You elect someone as your agent to help make decisions about your health. So if you become comatose and cannot make your own decisions, you found someone that you trust to make those decisions for you. And then I think the other thing is you want to be sure that you sit down and actually communicate to these key people. Tell them what they need to know, who's your attorney, what the passwords are to your checking account. Whatever that information that they'll need to know in order to help you, you want to make sure that you actually have that conversation.
Yeah. And Stuart, I just want to point out, I'm very sorry for the person you mentioned who passed. Just for folks at home that know, you can recover from this getting on a ventilator. It's not a death sentence, and if you intubated, you can also recover. It's just the outlook is not as good once you get in that situation, so that part is true. Stuart, some great information for us again this morning. I know we talk about this a lot, but it's just a great reminder for folks.
Yeah, and I hope people will take it seriously. Call your attorney, and for those do-it-yourselfers, that you could go to a website called Zoom.com. Zoom.com.
All right, Stewart Welch from the Welch Group. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
All right, I understand this has been added here. We do have a